What's good? What's good? What's good in the hood? Welcome back to another episode of the Good in the Hood podcast, man. Episode 94. And only Rob bring back them in the fourth time, but recurring guest, not even a guest no more. Bro, part of the show. You know what I'm saying Uncle Vick is in the building, man. What's going on, bro?
What up, though, man? What up, though? How you doing today, bro? Uncle Vick Rants in this bitch. Let's go.
Uncle Vick Rants. What we on? We approach episode 30, right? Uncle Vick Rants. Where we at now?
You say what?
Where we at now?
Volume 25 just dropped August 11th. I did Happy Birthday Hip Hop. And 26 should be out this Wednesday.
30's approaching for that shit. That's dope, man. I'm approaching.
And it's crazy because I've been doing it. It's crazy because I've been doing it for 10 months. So I feel like I should have more numbers, but the way I drop.
Yeah, but like I tell you all the time, like the homie Harris from True North Reviews tell you all the time, like the fact you do it as a one-man show, and I'm saying, in fact, you balance it with fatherhood and life in general. 30 episodes, 10 months, ain't nothing to scoff about, bro. Like I
ain't. And then when you factor in, now I'm into this whole vlogger space where I'm doing reaction videos and all of that stuff too. So I'm sure I've done way more than 30 videos, but or way more than 26 videos, but in the volume series it's 26. Yeah. Or 25.
Uncle Vick Rants YouTube page is booming. I'm seeing the numbers just go spike up on a regular basis, man. Like you posting a lot of different content there. So super proud to see that for you, bro. For real. Well,
I did 1,600 views on a video with me actually in it. I was like, oh shit, it's going somewhere.
That's crazy, on the real.
And this shit coming though, because Bishop and Steel is on the way. I got some
Bishop
dope
and Steel. We definitely
bro.
got some. Yeah, man. Doing a good preview of Bishop and Steel for like today. Like, Bishop and Steel for like today. I feel like we're gonna talk about a lot of hip hop shit, a lot of bridging the gap type shit today. So Bishop and Steel would definitely be in full swing today. It looks like, and also like regarding your platform, what you're doing, like I remember I hit my stride. I was doing a bunch of episodes monthly during the point of the pandemic with no job though. Like it was like I wasn't working. I was getting them unemployment checks, chilling. Like you spiking up right now while working, while handling life and shit. So super salute to you as always, bro. Super inspiring as always.
Sir.
You know what I'm saying? Because without BKC, there wouldn't be a Good in the Hood pod, and BKC is a child of Uncle Vick's, man. So Blank Canvas Creatives forever. I'm saying, we get down. Rest in peace, Miss T. And
BKC, rest in peace, T.
Oh God. And with that being said, man, like one thing that I think me and you both have a commonality with is hip hop. Like our love and passion for it. As fans, students, however you want to put it, how you want to classify it. Ex rappers, how you want to
failed rapper. That's what I call it. Failed rappers, bro.
I definitely was a failed rapper. I'm with you on that boat, bro. But
I actually was spitting last night on the porch because I was having another one of them champagne nights with me and my girl having a couples therapy. She was like, dude, I've known you for like 10 years. I've heard you freestyle. I've never heard you rap. So I had to spit some 20-year-old verses to show her I really can do it.
That's hard. Yeah, man. So certain moments make you want to rap as well. I still be freestyling at random ass beats. Come on, like Bodie James album just came on. Like, man, this is amazing. I wish I was still rapping.
You know whose production do it for me? Sue Surf's production do it for me. Every time Sue Surf's production,
he finds that grimy shit.
Alchemist Beats, Derringer, those do it for me.
Harry Fraud, yes.
Nicholas Craven. He probably my favorite right now. Nicholas Craven is my favorite.
Nasty. But like mentioning like Bodie Jones, like we'll get to his album in a second, but it's dope seeing hip hop in the spaces in, man. Like we just seen a versus with Dipset versus the Lox. And then like literally days later we get the King's Disease 2. And it's like it's crazy because those three acts right there, Nas, Dipset, the Lox, probably touched your adolescence, my childhood, like in crazy ways. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Still active on this level.
Illmatic was the first album that made me want to rap. I was just telling my older cousin this because I got into hip hop so young. I got into hip hop at like 4 or 5 years old, but I had 16-year-old cousins. By the time I was 11, by the time Illmatic came out, my cousin actually bought the CD on, and I remember because I used to sketch. So I was sketching the art, the album art for Illmatic. Illmatic is 30 minutes long. Like, so I probably listened to it 9 times while sketching, and it was just like, oh, I want to do this. And to hear King's Disease and to hear him sounded like reinvigorated, and it feels like he's found his evolution into his elder statesmanship and able, because a lot of dudes get old and they get stuck in their old pocket and they never evolve from it. And I feel like he got there for a minute when he was releasing old Lost. I feel like he didn't know what direction to go. But ever since him and Hit-Boy, he been on a tear. I don't want to hear niggas say, nah, pick bad beats no more. Ever. Can't do it.
I feel like the Hit-Boy thing also kind of proves why Illmatic works so well. Because even with Illmatic, think about the producers he was working. He was locked in. He was locked in with Large Professor, Q-Tip, Premier. He was locked in with him. I feel like now it's just a certain part of his career where he wasn't doing that anymore. He was locking in on producers and sitting down and actually creating with the producer. So I feel like Hit-Boy kind of brought that energy back to him. Like, even though life is good, is great, Stillmatic is great. Like you mentioned, Illmatic make you want to rap. Stillmatic made me want to rap. Like, when I heard one mic, when I heard him saying what's that with A. Marie, Rule, like a bunch of them records from Stillmatic, Godson era, made you look, was said dance. Like,
I actually have the Stillmatic CD that still got Braveheart Party on it with Mary J. Because I bought it when it first came out. Then they pulled them. I actually still have the album with that on it.
Man, bro, like Nas is one of them acts I feel like gets a lot of criticism for like the weirdest reasons, like just weird ass. Like,
I don't even agree with the narrative that he picked bad beats. I never agreed with that.
I don't either. I think what it is he picks bad beats for him sometimes. Like the beats.
As a matter of fact, I was listening to Nasir yesterday, and Nasir get a bad rap.
I hate that album.
Nasir gets a really bad rap.
I feel like the beats are good, the raps are good, but they ain't married. They ain't married for real. I feel
like if people watch the Nasir film where he like collapsed the whole album into a visual, because he got a 16-minute long visual of Nasir the album on the Mass Appeal YouTube page. I feel like if people watch that, it make sense.
Yeah, I know that.
It's dope. Watch it. Next time, I'll send it to you when we get off here. It's dope.
Because for me, like Nasir and like you said, I think earlier, Lost Tapes 2, like them 2 projects, like, man, I was like, they both kind of let me down a little bit. Like, damn, what you do? Because you coming off of like Life is Good, which was a super strong album. Yeah, Untitled was a super Untitled. I bought that was the last CD I physically bought was Untitled in 08. Wow. That was the last physical album I ever bought. I went to FYE. Bought that. That's like that shit still. Queens Gets the Money is still one of my favorite Nas songs of all time. Like, incredible work on that. Like, so Nas never to me has ever really had no garbage though. Even Nostradamus to a certain degree ain't garbage.
I ain't buying. Hold up. I just had to bring this out since we on the tub. I ain't buying CDs no more. But I do got this boy right here.
Oh God, that's hard.
Oh, God, I needed that.
King's Disease 1 vinyl.
Still on it.
Yeah, of course, when King's Disease 2 dropped, I mean, the internet won. The love it got from the internet was amazing, but it then sparked a secondary debate. Which is better to you? The one you just had in your hand, King's Disease 1 from last year, the Grammy Award winning, or the new hotness, was there King's Disease 2?
See, I try not to compare new to old because I feel like comparison is the theory of joy and you miss things in a new project. But naturally, I did do that in my mind while listening to it. And for me personally, I don't know if I could say which is better because they both high-level rap, great production. I would have to sit with it more. But I think that I enjoy King's Disease 1 more, but I feel like they serve different purposes. I feel like King's Disease 1 was more of a
introspective.
Yes, more of a OG. I'm showing y'all why I'm an OG. And I feel like King's Disease 2 was the reminder, like, yo, I'm an OG, but I get busy. You know what I'm saying?
But at the same time, right? I feel that I do agree with that. But like, for instance, like on King's Disease 1, what's the joint when he's like reflecting on the that text? Was it car number 5? Car number
5.
Yeah. So that record, like as hard as that is, I feel like Moments did that and like then some. Like what he did on Moments, I was like, yo, this right here different.
Moments is special, bro.
Moments, Store Run, and of course, like,
yo, as a matter of fact, are we on this topic? This is the thing, right? About fandom that bothers me.
Here we go.
Because I put before the week on my page, I reposted because on the what episode was that I did? It was generationally privileged, where I was talking about the difference between the generations before us and after us, and the privilege that you have from being born after somebody and being able to have the gift of hindsight.
Right.
And I opened it up with a montage and I played Nigger Hatred that was supposed to be on the Untitled album. Right. But I reposted it on my page because I'm aware that stuff get past people and they never heard that. So it was my intro, 100%. But I also got the video I edited on the page. And I had and people was commenting, you know, and hip hop fans are the craziest people on the planet, bro. I had a dude come on there and tell me that Jay-Z and Jay Electronica wrote Queens Get the Money and Nigger Hatred. I said, are you crazy? Are you crazy?
See, now, one, that was a big rumor. I remember back when Untitled came out about Electronica writing Queens Get the Money. I never heard.
He produced it. I know that much.
He produced it, but people, you know, the internet, especially in 08, internet just wanted to give Jay Electronica everything. All the glory goes to Jay Electronica in 08. Like 08, he couldn't do nothing wrong. And I'm not sure where Jay-Z shit came from, man. But yeah, that's a crazy ass take.
Come on, man.
No one is writing nothing for Nasir Jones.
Hey, Nas's pen has never been in question.
Like I was mad. I got mad at Charlamagne damn near, right? Charlamagne interviewed the Locks recently on Breakfast Club.
I'm so not fucking with Charlamagne right now.
And this nigga look Jadakiss in the face and asked him he wrote Last Day for Biggie. I'm like, what?
Charlamagne is. I'm actually planning on I'm actually planning on vlogging about that. I think this week because when I do catch Charlamagne talking about hip hop, I'm realizing he's so wealthy that he out of touch with hip hop at this point. The shit that he be saying is asinine. Either that or he just trolling to get attention.
But I also feel like it also comes back to perspective, right? I feel like when you think about Charlamagne, that boy came from South Carolina. You know, I'm sure his hip hop intake was vastly different.
Because Charlamagne always talked about being heavily inspired by Wu-Tang and all of that shit. Yeah, I know he got that South shit in him, but Charlamagne has always championed lyrical hip hop, and now he can say anything.
He does. He does say.
This nigga said 6ix9ine would beat Eminem in a verse. What are you talking about?
What? He
said, I posted it on my page, a short clip. This nigga said 6ix9ine would beat Eminem in the verses because he got slaps and these young kids don't care about Eminem's catalog. What the fuck does that got to do with anything?
It's like he didn't watch the Locks verses. Because, like, of course, like I had that take about Dipset a little bit. Like, right? I felt like Dipset in a certain setting, I thought Dipset would come out a certain way also. I didn't put in perspective the fact that Dipset probably don't know the words to their songs, probably ain't heard their songs.
Dipset blew the mission. We talked about it on here last time.
Yeah,
I told niggas that the Locks was going to watch them. I knew it wasn't going to be close. Dipset, niggas always talking about coach. See, this is the problem that I have with fandom and shit. Everybody talks about impact and all these things that have nothing to do with catalog. And it's like, just because Cameron made you niggas wear pink and Jim Jones made you niggas wear skull chains and glittery belts don't mean these niggas can beat the Locks no verses.
But see, the thing is, right, with that, like, Dipset, you can just tell, like, they didn't know their music. Not to know their music, they didn't know, they're not familiar enough with each other anymore on stage to be able to go, oh, they playing that freestyle. Let me go play Real Niggas. The fact that Real Niggas didn't get played off Diplomatic Community.
Ground Zero didn't get played.
I'm saying, like, what? Who I Am by Jewels? Like, what we doing?
Look, even they could have did. Dipset could have dropped songs that might not have even pointed against the Locks, but they would have created such big moments that it wouldn't have mattered. Imagine 100%. If they would have did. Imagine if Cameron would have went into his Killer Season bag.
Nigga, imagine if Jewels would have played some mixtape Weezy shit. Some Blow I Can't Feel My Face shit.
Man.
Like, what are you doing? Like, why is that being played? Like, you see him go to the mixtapes. You got mixtapes with Lil Wayne. What you doing?
If Dipset would have dropped in the Garden in New York, if Dipset would have dropped, he tried to play me from Killer Season, niggas would have had their lighters up in that bitch. Like, bro, even if that wouldn't have got the point, I knew it was over. Got a point, my nigga, that would have been a moment in the Garden. These niggas didn't create moments.
When did you know it was over?
When
I got an answer. I want to see. I had the same answer. I feel like
when the Locks played "Fuck You" and they played "I'm Ready."
From the beginning, you for the jump with it for the first song.
Because I just knew when the Locks did "Fuck You," I already knew the Locks was coming out to that first because I remember when that album dropped and I remember the feeling behind "Fuck You" when it first dropped. Yeah. I heard Harris on True North's Views say that he didn't think that "Fuck You" was gonna be as impactful. I'm like, that's because you wasn't outside at 97, nigga.
"Fuck You" was a joke.
Or 98, whenever that dropped. But they should have immediately responded when I really mean it. They should have immediately responded with
bro. And the fact that, like, what got me to say it was officially over, Dipset played Welcome to New York City. Now, mind you, Dipset is going second. So they playing Welcome to New York City after something that the Locks already played, but the Locks is still responding to whatever they play, they coming back with something just like it. So they came back with Ja Rule, New York, bro. And when Madison Square Garden just went crazy for New York, like Welcome to New York City just didn't come on. I'm like, oh, these niggas definitely.
When they played it, it didn't. I was hyped because I love that song, but I knew it wasn't gonna hit when they played it. I said, this ain't gonna work right now. They waited too late to get in their bag. They should have been out early in their bag because the Locks wasn't playing with them from the jump. How the fuck do you let them play Bad from TV first?
And then when Jewels took the bait and said, you ain't got no lady, you ain't got no female songs, like, why you do that?
Kiss still left so much shit in the bag. He didn't do the Kiss, the KISS shit with Mariah. He left Mariah records on the. If he had dropped that.
Yo, Kiss won the Breakfast Club and told them, like, yo, I did 2 verses, ain't played Why yet.
Right. He still got a bag, bro. He still
ain't played Why yet.
He got a Nipsey record. If he dropped that, he got a Nipsey and Neo record. If he dropped that, ain't nothing new in a verse, that's gonna hit.
He got a Wayne record he ain't played yet. I'm saying, like, Pop Champagne. Like, was it won a championship?
He got 2 Wayne records. He got Death Wish on
Death Wish. Yeah, like what?
They better stop playing. They better stop playing with Jadakiss.
Like Jewels ain't even play Beamer's, Benz, and Bentley. Like, he ain't play. They ain't play nothing, bro. They ain't play shit. They just ain't do shit. I was like,
it just came out fresh as hell. It was a fashion show for them.
But what would you have said if the Locks brought out Smooth as Homie, man?
Hey, that would have been a moment. That would have been a moment, but that would have been a big moment, but that would have just been overkill at this point. If they had brought out Puffy and Mace Dog, that would have just been overkill. Because the Garden would have went crazy.
Crazy. It would over with.
And I don't even when the verses was announced, at first, I think I had Dipset initially at first because I know how the culture felt about them. Right. But as soon as I started thinking about them being under the tutelage of Biggie in the infancy of their career, and then leaving there to go directly over there to being under the tutelage of X, D, and Y and all that, I said, man, this ain't finna win.
Yo, when you think about the upbringing of the Locks, like from the Bad Boy, the Rough Rider, like that is a mean double many camps to be in. Like them 2 camps they came from, like Rockefeller is cool, but they weren't really engulfed in Rockefeller. They was a separate entity that got brought into Rockefeller.
And you gotta think about it too, because it's almost like they was honorary Rockefeller members too.
Yeah, facts. Like, they were definitely honorary Rock. Definitely.
I saw the Locks 3 different times in my life. I seen them my first concert was the Bad Boy No Way Out tour. So I saw them there in the shiny suits. I went to see Cash Money Rough Riders, and I seen them come out there and tear the shiny suits off. And then I just saw them in 2016 for the Filthy America tour in Detroit. And they got a history with the city of Detroit. So that show was like, and that was up close. That was an intimate setting. We was in the shelter. I was like, oh, these niggas. Like, I knew and just for me seeing them so many times, like, I've never seen Dipset live, but I do know I know they reunite every so many years, and I know that chemistry wasn't the same. I've seen it a lot. I knew what they was about to do to this.
For sure.
I think most people my age knew what they was about to do to this.
And like keeping it like versus kind of just seeing the fact that the Locks and Dipset are going on tour soon with State Property, which is super dope. But on the same side of things, is rumors of another versus happening, or at least they try and make it happen. And like you always say, you a generation ahead of me, a few years ahead of me, 10 years ahead of me. So
I know where you're going.
So you just seen the 90s and saying you just seen like that era of New York. Please tell me how Nori can stand a chance against Beanie Siegel.
I saw it. I was watching y'all a couple days ago.
I know.
And I was hearing some younger shit that y'all was saying. I said,
bro, I don't
outside, bro.
On paper, now, I ain't been outside. I went outside at the time, but on paper, for me being a fan of hip hop, what I know from hip hop, I love Nori. I love Super Thug. I don't think I don't think he gets one W on this nigga Beanie Siegel.
You are crazy, bro. See, that's what it is. Y'all missed the height of the Nori era. There was a time where Nori was the number one nigga. There was a time where no matter who was out, nigga, Nori was the one. Right before DMX and all of them really took off, Nori had that CNN
War Report, yeah.
NORE, the War Report into NORE run, that was different, bro. And I'm telling you, when he dropped Body in the Trunk with Nas, when he drops Super Thug, when he drops,
and once again,
homeboy, I came to party. When he dropped them, Beans is in trouble.
These are classic records for sure. And if Beanie Siegel plays some other shit against those, it's an L. But I'm talking about if you just go. Take Nori's best record and take Beanie's best record on paper. I'm just saying. Of course, in a verse,
what would be Beanie's best record on paper?
Probably Feel It in the Air, Beanie Mac.
Yeah,
I'm saying one of them joints. Like it's Siegel.
If you put Super Thug and Feel It in the Air together, I don't know who win that round.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't know who win that round.
And then of course Beanie has all them records he can lean on where he on features with Hov or Scarface records, Brad and Faze.
Nori is on. Do you know how many Violator records?
Bro, I'm sorry, but Jadakiss has kind of ruined the Band for TV aspect. Like he can't play.
No, I guess whenever Nori played Band for TV, it's
Band
gonna
for
be
TV or what we do.
That's hard.
Exactly,
that's hard.
bro.
That's hard. Exactly. I don't know. This is like what I'm saying. And the thing about verses is, this is what everybody.
Rock the mic and Super Thug. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like
I don't know. I don't know. I think I'm going to rock the mic on that. Like Beanie, I think Beanie Siegel is going to win that. I thought Beanie Siegel was the underdog going into it. Apparently, it's Nori. I didn't know that.
Nori should have gone for Freeway, bro. He should have hollered at Freeway.
No, y'all got Nori fucked up, bro. I'm telling you. Y'all got no. It's always this
Siegel
thing where people just have somebody fucked up. Y'all had the Locks fucked up.
Well, no, my nigga Yogi had the Locks in the joint. Jadakiss been nigga biggest. Jadakiss been his best favorite rapper since
Yogi. I swear to God, I think Yogi's an old young nigga, bro. Because he just said,
that's the young OG for a reason. Young OG.
Yeah, he an old young. He an old young nigga for sure. Because he be on. The way he talked, it made me feel like he was outside when I was outside.
And see, for me, my aspect is much different because like my hip hop is very much, as you say, so queering. So I'm much more so queering. I wasn't the biggest Locks nigga. I love the Locks, love Kiss, love Styles. But if you gonna ask me to name like what Locks mixtape freestyle is gonna kill these, I was not ready for Who Shot You to go that crazy. I wasn't ready for him to play that. I remember hearing that back in the day, but I wasn't prepared for him to play that shit.
When they dropped it and then cut it, I said, he's about to kill this.
It was danger, bro. It was danger. It was danger for that point on. Because he was talking.
Kiss my ass.
He wasn't rapping no more. He was telling you, like, yo, I'm here. Like, he wasn't even rapping at a certain point.
I can't wait to hear this next Jadakiss album. I know it probably ain't coming this year, but I can't wait to hear it.
I just love what the opportunity versus is going to open up because, like, man, I just get mad watching Jadakiss Instagram. I'm not sure you follow him on Instagram or not, but he'll like post like weird ass like ads for like gambling sites. Like, what Jadakiss doing, man? You can't be doing this, Kiss.
Man, these is old niggas, bro. They don't really be on social media, bro.
I know, but like, my kids doing this some shit. This is what you do when you down and out, bro. What you doing, Kiss? You Kiss. So
see, perception, man.
For sure, 100%.
You never know. He might have a big bag to do that.
I'm sure he did, because Kiss ain't. Kiss, I can't imagine Kiss hurting. Kiss got too much pen on too many records.
You know what? While we on the topic, dog, I got to get into some of these takes y'all niggas had this last episode.
Let's
bro.
go. What's the takes?
Y'all, first, the Dipset, the best double diss, the second best double diss in hip hop history.
I took that back. I literally just forgot about All Eyes on Me. I literally just forgot about All Eyes on Me. I took that back immediately. I'm
like, is this nigga crazy?
No, I definitely was on bullshit. I just forgot All Eyes on
Bone Thugs? Is it better than that?
It's better than that. It's better than Art of War. I bought Art of War. I owned Art of War, and I love Thug Love is on that joint. It's a bunch of records on there, but Diplomatic Community got at least it's way less skips. I feel like
I would say it's top 5 double disc in hip hop history. I don't know about number 2.
And for me, like, I'm also a person like who thinks Blueprint 2 is not nearly as bad. I think Blueprint 2 is also better than Art of War.
Yeah, definitely.
Blueprint 2.
What else was you niggas talking about? State property. Y'all wasn't giving state property enough flowers, bro.
Well,
I heard one of them
niggas
say, "Oh, Skino and Sparks was trash." I'm like, if these niggas, y'all better go listen to Chain Gang 2 again.
You can ask Smooth. You can ask Yogi. Like, so when it comes to state property, I fall back in the conversation. I'm not the one. I'm not interaction. I don't know them niggas. I don't know the Young Guns. I don't know those Skino and Sparks.
Are you serious?
I wasn't listening to that shit back then. I was not on that. I was cool.
Yeah,
they all sound like little Benny Siegels.
All the state property.
No, but Smoother think he the third member of Young Guns, so he know all the state property shit. Like that, he think he right there with Neef and them. Like he tell me every day Young Chris is like the one who wrote Blueprint 2 or some shit. Like, chill out,
I hate that take. But Young Chris, you niggas and Petey, somebody said Petey Crack wasn't a star. I'm like, what?
Now, Petey Crack was that nigga. I remember Petey Crack being that nigga. I forgot who said who went against him.
Introduction was Neo's first single.
Petey Crack was on top of for a minute. I remember Petey Crack being everywhere. He was on Wilson Park. He was on Rap City.
They fucked their own career up, but niggas got State Property got 2 fire albums.
But that's why I was like, I'm glad Nori is calling out Benny Siegel though, because like Benny Siegel is one of them artists, like similar to DMX. But on a lesser level, like who I want people to give him, he deserves his flowers. Like I feel like hip hop just kind of cast him away, like he wasn't that nigga for years.
And I like the versus effect because it's getting back. It's giving these people that it's a whole generation of people who don't know them.
I hope Ja Rule
gets his flowers. Going up, they getting bagged. So I love what Versus is doing for these legendary artists who don't get the flowers.
I hope Ja Rule get on that Versus stage. I hope Ja
Me
Rule.
Too. I want to see Ja Rule on that stage. I want to see Fat Joe there. I want to see Busta. I want to see Cameron by himself.
Now I expressed many begrudgings against Fat Joe, but I think Fat Joe would be a hard one to go against in the verse.
Fat Joe like Fat Joe. His favorite rappers up.
I don't like Fat Joe at all as a rapper for real.
A lot of niggas got Fat Joe's catalog. A lot of niggas got Fat Joe's catalog, stage presence, performance, and all that fucked up.
Niggas ain't beating twins that easy. You know what I'm saying?
Niggas ain't beating twins.
Niggas ain't beating like John Blaze ain't getting beat that easy.
Nori got 2 pun records. Man, y'all niggas better stop playing with Nori, bro.
Yo, listen, bro. He got 2 pun records. Siegel got like 20 Hove records.
Yeah.
What you gonna do with that out when This Can't Be Life come on, bro? Like, what you gonna do?
Guess who's back? Oh my! When Guess Who's Back drop, it's a problem. What? And he might bring Scarface. And he might bring Scarface out.
Man, on the real, pop Brad out real quick. Brad versus Face is a crazy record.
You know what? That's one more thing. I wanted to ask you on Twitter, but I had to ask you this. Like, buddy, how do you count intros, bro?
All right.
like
let's do this.
Let's
do this.
The mob is the intro, bro.
The mob is the intro, right? The mob is the intro. But
on Friday Night Lights, the piano chords is the intro.
All right, that's fair, right? But for me, the Lil Wayne one always throws me off because Lil Wayne Fly In comes after that. And on Carter 1, Walk In is the intro. So I just assume, it's just like the mob is like, that's the only reason why the Carter 2
that makes sense. That makes sense.
The Carter 2 was like, all right, but it's an intro after the song, kind of.
That was really interesting to me. I said, how did he come?
The mob
can come up with the wildest shit that I'll be like, I don't even know how somebody thought that.
The Mob is Lil Wayne's Murals, man. The Mob is that's a legendary record right there.
Yo, what is it with you Lupe niggas and Murals, dog?
It's like, amazing, what is it? Bro? Have you heard it, nigga?
Like, I get it. I'm not saying Murals is fire, but I don't understand you niggas act like Mural is the Bible, bro.
It's not the Bible. It's just the fact that you hearing this nigga rap for like 7 straight minutes and just flawlessly. Joe
Budden been doing that his whole career.
No, but Joe Budden he rapped for 7 minutes. He ain't rapping in 7 minutes with just straight punchlines and metaphors. Joe Budden is a different kind of rap. Joe Budden raps, he don't rap on that kind of like metaphors, I'm saying lyrical miracle shit that Lupe did. And like for me, if you're doing lyrical miracle, I prefer the way Lupe do it than say the way Eminem do it when you like just rapping fast at me. Like I want you to like at least say something that's gonna be creative in a way that's like super like. What do you say about the I can't even do the Murals is just too complex for me to even.
I'm gonna sit down and listen to it again. I'm gonna have to just sit down, roll up, and like really like take it in because I think it's fire, but I've never like every time I'm talking to a hip hop person who love Lupe, that's another thing. Ever since this Lupe Royce shit that started, and I've been reporting on it on my YouTube page, the Lupe fans been in the comments going, I thought Eminem fans were nuts. Lupe fans is just like LeBron, Eminem, Beyonce. Like I didn't know Lupe had a hive like that.
But you gotta remember, Lupe was for the hip hop nerds, like that first one,
He's like Jay-Z for y'all.
He was like that one, like, oh shit, what's this dude for the dude?
So Lupe is to the nerds what Jay-Z is to the drug dealers.
In a sense, Lupe for me, when that era was happening, Lupe was at the complete counterpart to Lil Wayne. What Lil Wayne was doing, Lupe was doing that on a complete opposite spectrum. Like
that makes sense because I love Lupe, but I don't get it. But that makes sense. Yeah. He don't speak to me like that. So I guess that makes sense. I was in there with mixtape Lupe, Fahrenheit first and then 15. The second one, Lupe the Jedi, like sitting sideways with Hove on the record with sitting sideways, like. Lupe has the best rendition of Dead Presidents outside of Jay-Z. Like, yeah, man, Lupe is. I don't know because J. Cole got one. Cole
got one.
To me, J. Cole got the hardest Dead Presidents rendition. Period.
Outside the warm-up is crazy. He did kill that shit. Cole, man, yeah, man.
Cole, the second one.
The second one. Cole,
the second Dead President.
Cole, yeah, man. Cole did that. But yeah, so talk about this Lupe versus Royce thing, right? Because for me, I hate how corny it got. Like I loved it at first, but it got corny so fast.
I don't see where y'all think it's corny. Like I don't understand Lupe fans. Like I didn't know you niggas hated Royce so much. I don't get it.
I don't hate Royce. I'm kind of mad at both them niggas. I'm not even mad at Royce. I'm mad at Lupe as well. It's like, what are y'all?
Lupe, they didn't have to end the podcast, bro.
It got too personal and too weird. Like, what y'all really mad at each other for real over what?
And I feel like I blame Lux and Mook for that. I feel like Lux and Mook instigated that.
Oh, for real?
I feel like Lux and Mook instigated that. But apparently, from what I saw,
Royce's brother ain't helping either. Royce's brother OD.
It seemed like while they were doing the podcast, it seemed like they might have had an issue or two before this conversation even happened.
And Kid Vicious, all in Lupe's comments and the lives every time. Kid Vicious, he wild.
I keep telling y'all, them Detroit niggas, they backpack niggas, but they ain't that. And I believe Lupe ain't just no karate nerd.
He ain't. Like Lupe ain't, I'm not saying Lupe is super gangster. I'm sure like Royce probably has a little more stripes than Lupe do, but like I don't think Lupe no chump. Like I don't think it's like
either way, it's dangerous for both of them. And I never wanted to see it go there. Yeah. I do feel like
that's what I mean by corny. That's what I mean by corny.
I feel like Royce didn't have to call him a bitch, but I feel like in the same token, because I was watching the live when it happened, right? I was watching it as it happened. So right when he jumped in, though, it's like, nigga, don't jump in screaming on me and I'm not trying to battle you. You know what I mean? I thought that was, you could have came in and assess the situation before you start screaming on the nigga. So it's like, but I just think Lupe was doing rap shit. And I don't think Royce didn't want the narrative of negative. You see what Royce on? He trying to be, it seemed like he going into this Hotep type of energy where he on some Farrakhan type shit. And I don't think he want his name mixed up in no rap beef when it all started out being lyrical.
I don't know. Royce give me that super what's that passive aggressive asshole vibe though at the same time.
Royce is a very serious person. I've been in the room. Yeah, I've been in rooms. Yeah. I've been at battles in Detroit and been in clubs. Just in that scene. We hung out in the hip hop scene. So I've been in rooms with Royce back when Royce was alcoholic. Royce has always been a very serious person. Like if you don't actually get to have a conversation with the nigga, you won't know that he actually has a sense of humor and all of that. Like if you be like it's like Lloyd Banks, Stonewall. He ain't, right. But he actually has a personality under that. That's why I enjoyed the podcast.
I can't lie though. I was disappointed in Royce because at first, like Lupe got in his feelings first. Don't get me wrong, Lupe got in his feelings first, 100%. But from my take from it, and I'm much less aware of everything that happened in Jew but from what I've seen, from what I recognize, is off the records. Like Royce came out first with the record, and he was just talking about like let's make records of who could rap first, who could rap the best. Yeah, because
the Royce record wasn't a diss record.
Right, it wasn't a diss record. He was just rapping. Who could rap the best? And I think Lupe just said, all right, you're gonna rap like that, I'm gonna just diss you. And I think Royce took the diss.
This was too personal. If we in the spirit of lyrical competition, my nigga, don't start telling all of these problems to the world that you got with me. We don't even know if they had that conversation.
But at the same time, like, look at URL. Like, that should be personal.
But this wasn't URL.
That's true.
Like, Lupe keep talking about these weird, I don't want to call them weird, but these EL Dub niggas, ain't nobody want to do no pull-ups and rap, my nigga. Nobody want to do that.
I don't know what that's about either. That was weird. I'm not sure what he's talking about. Like, I'm not sure. I don't think Royce the 5'9" is going to stop doing what he's doing to do that shit. Like, that's why would he do that?
And then Lupe, I saw him do a line where he said he went so crazy because of the Sun Chips line. When Royce is on record that he said it was a line and it wasn't about Mickey Fax, but he told Mickey Fax, take it how you want to take it, just rap. You know what I'm saying? But he said the line, when he asked him, was the line about my son? He said, no, but if you want to be for you, take it. And then Lupe gets on live and says, and starts telling this story about some girl that got killed in Chicago. I can't think of the name. And I don't want to, but how the line affected him. So that's why he went at Royce so personally. But like, it was too many miscommunications when it was supposed to be about rap. So both of them kind of upset me.
Yeah, that's what they got corny there. Once they started breaking down that Sun Chill, like, what y'all talking about? Like, you can't diss him and then say like it's weird on both accounts. And they two legendary MCs. I'm not the biggest Royce fan, but like I still know who Royce the 5'9". Royce the 5'9" is an alien. He one of them niggas. Like,
I do hope Royce respond because these niggas like that wasn't a diss record, and these niggas think that he just got Royce in the bag, and it's like, do y'all niggas know who diss record Royce is?
But I mean, Royce went off. Like, Royce snapped. His song was hard. It wasn't a diss.
And it wasn't, like, and he wasn't intending to diss you. So it's like
comparing who's trying to hit him up.
Malcolm X, the nigga who disses people, Royce who disses people, that's a whole different alien.
But at the same time, like, answer me this question, like, knowing Royce and Lupe where they are now, and them being in conversations with, I think Ransom been one of the best rappers rapping of the last 2 years.
The last 2 years.
Yeah, he up there for the last two for sure. What he did last year was amazing. The three projects. The joint drop this year, the Seven Deadly Sin joint was crazy.
Yeah.
Do you think
Heavy as the Head is crazy.
Yeah, like do you think like what for me, right? You know, we're gonna do lists later. We're doing lists later on today.
Bring them back.
We're gonna bring the list back real quick. And for me, it made me think about like rappers like Ransom, rappers like Freddie Gibbs, rappers like Conway, these rappers who are out now who are going crazy with multiple projects a year. Westside, multiple projects a year. Bodie James, like these niggas is dropping records. Like, what do these kind of rappers have to do to crack into the top 50 of all time, the top 20
That's
of
a
all
good question. I feel like what they need is, because I don't know, it's like, right, in the streaming era, it's like, can rappers even drop classics anymore? Because the criteria, because these dudes is putting out projects with no skips already.
No skip.
What entails as a classic for this generation of those types of rappers?
Because to me, if you go by 2005 scale, Alfredo is super classic. Like
yes,
like these records.
Yeah, so it's like I don't even know what
King's Disease is a classic in all records.
Yeah, I agree.
Like it should be a classic.
So, but it's
probably
like
Smoother said King's Disease 1 and 2 are better than Stillmatic. Before we continue,
you say what?
Smoother says that King's Disease 1 and 2 are Nas' best project since Stillmatic. Do you agree?
Yeah, I think that's a safe assessment. I gotta
sit with it a little longer, man.
Untitled is hard to me. Untitled is hard to me.
Project Roach, like, yeah, some joints on there.
Untitled is hard. Life is Good is hard.
Life is good for me. Just too long.
Yes,
it's like it's like 24 records. It's crazy shit. Like, chill out, guys, bro.
I didn't need all of that.
Yeah, but yeah, back to today's rappers. Like, it's a lot of lyricists out here now. It's a lot of like I don't even.
I'm so glad the focal point is coming back to lyric. Like
I don't even hear the bullshit.
Really heard these sing-songy niggas be talked about the way these lyrical rappers been talked about all year.
At all, and I feel like it's also because the media in hip hop is older now. Like ain't that many academics. I'm saying at least in my hip hop social media world, I don't see what academics be saying. Like I found out today that 42 Dugg is from Detroit. Didn't know that.
Really?
Didn't know who 42 Dugg was though. I just heard the name. I assume he's a Memphis nigga, some shit. Like, all right, I had no idea who that was. I was like, oh, okay. He's from Detroit. Like these, how old these guys? Like
these
my homies talking about Chicago rappers. I don't know Chicago rappers, bro. These niggas I don't know who these niggas is. Polo G. I thought he's from Memphis. I didn't know this niggas from Chicago, bro. Like what? Polo G. Man.
I just found out he was from Chicago last night. I thought he was an LA nigga or something.
I don't know who these niggas are, bro. But yeah, man. It's crazy because like you been calling me young for years.
Look, I'm glad we're here because I can't wait for you to come across for these niggas in a couple years. You're gonna be saying what the fuck I was saying to you about these niggas that's gonna be 30 years old. Talking about, man.
You're right. You're 100% right because I can't imagine being 40 or even 38 and a person 30 years old coming to me about 42 Dugg. I'm like, bro, what you talking about, bro?
Or talking to you about the era you was in high school for and they was set.
But see, that's the thing about, I feel like the next generation. I feel like they're not going to be the same way my generation is regards to that. Because I don't think they remember Prime Wayne. At least I would be surprised if a kid came up to me talking about, my little brother is 28, 27, and barely remembers Lil Wayne mixtape era. So like, I can't imagine somebody being 22 telling me about that shit. I'll be upset. You right. I'll be mad.
Actually gonna hit you different because you're gonna be like,
if a nigga 22, if a 22-year-old nigga come, you talk about some goddamn Lil Wayne Drop 3, I'm like, yo, you don't know shit about Drop 3, bro. You went outside. You went out there. Drop 3 was different. Yeah, man. Like, and that's kind of why I stopped with the list because I feel like with this kind of list, the list we doing today is super dope. But like, I remember like me doing like the top 50, like it's like after a while, like not only does people's impact grow, but some impacts kind of fall off a little bit. Like, and you don't want to put that shit on paper for real. Like, who wants to? Like, these people deserve flowers. Like, KRS-One deserves his flowers. I don't care if Lil Durk and them don't listen to KRS-One. KRS-One pioneered this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got to look at the Benny Siegels of the world. Like, Benny Siegel might not have had a great album since 2007, but that nigga had everything for a good 5-year run. That shit gotta be praised.
I agree, but I don't want to see KRS in the verses just because, like, who the fuck did you put KRS?
Not in the verses. I'm talking about like on these top 50 lists. I don't want to see KRS no verses.
See, that's the thing. Because I seen Jamel Hill say that shit about you gotta eventually take
That I disagree
with
the top five. I disagree with that thoroughly.
I do too, but what do her 50-year-old ass know about hip hop? And you know ESPN. You don't know hip hop like you think.
But I feel like her point does resonate with other artists, not necessarily.
Yeah, it makes sense, but like, we ain't finna take Tupac and Biggie out because Meek Mill had a good run, or like exactly. It's like crazy.
But to that point, when you born in 1995, like for instance, right? Because you are very much like Joe Budden in this sense, right? When y'all be like, I don't want to hear from you young niggas. And I get it. I get it to a certain extent, but at the same time, like niggas be having thorough opinions to a certain extent. Like if a young person,
I just want to talk to young niggas about young niggas shit. I don't want you to talk to me about shit you wasn't. Because that's the thing, right?
That's
when we saying niggas ain't outside and all that, it's really not just saying that you can't appreciate it or that you didn't have an appreciation for it when it dropped, but it's saying that the impact, the things even being talked about on these records, you're not going to understand them if you don't understand what was happening in that time. Certain things ain't going to hit for you if you don't understand why the line is important.
All right, so here's a question I got for you real quick then. This is random off the top of my head too. Because I feel like in my generation, and I think when you was of a certain age in this era, like this nigga meant the world to hip hop at a certain extent. Fabulous, right? Like Fabulous was that guy for era, right?
For a nice little minute.
For a nice minute. And like still relevant. Like still can drop a project today and have an impact, I feel like. Now, when you look at him, and I feel like a person of this new generation that kind of fits his mold is Meek Mill, right? If a person came up to you and told you Meek Mill is above Fab on the list, would you be like, man, what the fuck? Would you be upset by that?
No, I wouldn't be.
Because for me, I ain't put Meek in my. I think Meek, if he was my top 50, he was the bottom 40 in my top 50. If I had him in,
I could understand if somebody feels like that.
I feel like Meek impact, like, because the internet is huge. Like Meek is a superstar.
And then Fab's a very private. Like Fab don't even go on tour.
Never.
I've never seen Fab, and I've always tried to catch my. He went on tour. He actually went on tour with Meek one time, and I missed that show thinking I was going to see Fab again. And I'm like, this nigga he doesn't tour.
There's a random ass Jadakiss, Fabulous, and I think somebody else having a show in Cincinnati. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Why they in Cincinnati for? What's in Cincinnati? I was mad as hell.
Somebody gave him a bag. A bag they couldn't say no to.
Oh man, but me and you one day gonna finally have our verses. Being for Chicago and Detroit, and
especially after this Lupe and Royce shit, because I was ready to stand up for the city. I was like, that was the one time where I had to. Usually I don't pick, and I still don't pick sides, but I was like, hey, I'm riding with Royce. It is what it is. Like,
and that sparked your idea to have these two lists today. First what you're gonna do is the top 10 pins from our city. So I'm gonna do top 10 Chicago pins, you're doing top 10 Detroit pins, and then we're gonna kind of swap it and do our favorite rappers from each city. I'm gonna do my top 10 favorites from Detroit, top 10 favorites from Chicago. And yeah, we need this shit started, bro, because it's definitely gonna be a nice little breakdown, I feel like.
Yeah, definitely.
So you wanna start off? How you wanna do it?
It don't matter. I'll start off top 10 Detroit pins.
And by the way, Vic, I'm asking you a favor before we do this, right? Because Vic is the creator. If you watch the YouTube of our outro, and I'm gonna need your assistance with the graphic for this top 10s, bro.
Let's do it. I got you.
Real. It's gotta be a YouTube clip for sure. Oh, God.
I got you. We can. I can damn sure put that together.
Bet.
Well, I'm gonna go backwards, I guess. I don't want to start with number one. So my top 10 pins is actually, I hate using the word female now. It sounds like it's almost sounds like a red flag if you say that. But
I definitely feel that way at times.
It's a young woman out of Detroit by the name of Rocky Bad. She used to be Rocky B. But she's and I just really recently discovered her because I always felt like I had one of the moments where I judged the book by its cover, and I said, well, a thing about, she kind of gave me Cash Doll vibes to some degree, and I'm like, she probably rapped out music. So I didn't really pay it. But then she actually did a song with my cousin Dreddy, who put out her album a couple months ago. She got a song on there called Mountaintops. And I heard her rap, and I said, "Whoa, you made her rap on that joint, cuz." She said, "No, she actually raps." So then I just went down a wormhole of Rocky B. And the reason I say Pen, because she's not lyrical, but she a street rapper. But the way it's put together and the way them lines hit, you know, it's just you can tell it's some penmanship in that. So Rocky Bad is my number 10 on that list. How we gonna do it? You want to go back and forth, or you want me to do my whole list, or
just do yours? All
right. Yeah. So number 9, and I think you'll actually like this guy. And I had to actually move a legend. I'm about to do an honorable mention because it was some legends that I wanted to put on there that I just was like, But
I feel that
number 9 is a guy. I think you'll like him because he's a lyrical guy, but he's more into a Soul Aquarian type of vibe. Honestly, his name is Nolan the Ninja. Nolan the Ninja. And dude, I mean, basically, like I said, he's a Soul Aquarian with bars. But, or at least that's how I view him. I don't know if he view himself that way. But 8, my guy Payroll Giovanni, Doughboy Cash Out, man. Payroll has been, he kind of known in the industry now, but he been setting the city on fire since early 2000s when he was a kid. Because he a young guy. I don't even think he's 30 yet. But he's been setting the city on fire for at least 17, 18 years. He started when he was like in high school. But I would put Payroll, I feel like, because he's not lyrical either. He's like a bossy, icy, flossy, mink coat rapper. I feel like if Slick Rick was a young Detroit nigga, he'd be Payroll Giovanni. No, so that's how I classify him. 7, your man. I know you ain't Big Sean. Yo, man, I know you ain't too big on Big Sean, but
he made the list. He made the list.
Big Sean is 7. I feel like he's top 7 pins in Detroit. 6, Black Milk. Now, he probably more famously known for a song he had with Royce a bunch of years back, but he puts out a solid project every year, and it's all just it's bars. Like that's all I can say is Black Milk can rap his ass off. 5 is Bodie James. I feel like Bodie just getting his recognition because he with Griselda now, and people are looking at his Alchemist projects, but what they don't know is he's been working with Alchemist since like 2010. He was actually signed to Mass Appeal. Nas actually got him first, and then he started working with Alk, and they got a project that dropped in 2012, my first chemistry set. A lot of people don't, his flow is real lazy, so a lot of people can't digest it because he's not a lyrical miracle nigga either. He a street dude, but if you listen to, it's layers into the shit he's saying. There's a lot of entendres in what he says. So I feel like Bodie has to be top 5 at this point in Detroit. 4 is my guy out of the Fat Killers. He probably most notably known in URL and battle rap history, but Marv One actually makes very solid music. He actually just put a project out last week. Marv One to me is just he the only person on record to battle Eminem, even if it was 8 Mile deleted scenes and all of that didn't make the movie, but him and M, like he actually made M rap with him, where Eminem was pantomiming other rappers. Like he was one of them. Marv go, but he makes really good music too, and he debunks that theory that battle rappers can't make good music, because if you didn't know he was a battle rapper, you listen to his projects, you wouldn't even be able to correlate the two. And you know, and he was number 4, right? Number 3, people probably gonna be surprised at this, but it's Marshall. Marshall is not number 1 for me. Like,
okay.
Was that a shocker?
Wasn't seeing that. Okay.
Was that a shocker?
It was a shocker. I wasn't ready for that one.
Yeah, I feel like Eminem, once upon a time, yeah, he was that. But I feel like
stuck around too long.
The second half of his career, he is I feel like he's lost sight of content. I feel like he raps. We know technically he's very skilled at building words together. Yeah. And I feel like every blue moon he has a verse where I go, there you go, M. That's the M I want to hear. But
he's a master
that ain't
rhymer.
consistent to me. That's not consistent to me. and it's a bunch of babbity, labbity, cabbity. Like, it's not, we get it, you're dope. But what are you saying anymore? Like, sometimes, and I ain't saying that there's not punches there. He's still top 3 pins in Detroit. But 100%. I don't feel like he's number 1 no more. But number 2, Elzhi. And Elzhi is, I mean, I don't even have to say anything. It's Elzhi. That's it. If you don't know about Elzhi, go look up Elzhi. Number 2, and of course, number 1, Royce.
All right. Okay. Well, our top 3 that definitely correlates. Let's see. So for me, I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm not that big engulfed into Detroit hip hop, but there's 9. I really want to hear your take on it. I have 9 for sure lyricists on here, right? So my number 10 might not be considered a lyricist for real, but he definitely be rapping. He raps, I'm saying. I'm putting the guy, I'm saying, the king of all Aquarians, I'm saying, Jay Dilla. I'm saying Jay Dilla is at number 10. His pen wasn't that much.
I respect that.
But Dilla would rhyme. Dilla would get his rhyme on. He was not the supreme spitter. And as you mentioned, I ain't the biggest fan of Big Sean. So Big Sean is Big Sean is number 9 for me. Number 9.
Right.
My number Big Sean 1. Let me give him credit. Though. But Big Sean is nice. He's not garbage. But Big Sean for me, Big Sean gives me that like when you hear
he's just not for you.
He's not for me, and he also does his flows, his punchlines often seem very easy almost. Like it's almost gimmicky, but he's still nice. He'll serve you up a record like Sacrifices, like Dark Sky Paradise to me is like a great project. That's a great that's
still his best album.
That's the project for him to me. Number 8, I have the if you know Black Milk, you mentioned Black Milk, you know Sean Price, you've heard this name many times. Guilty Simpson. Guilty Simpson.
I wanted to put him on mine too.
Guilty Simpson was super nice back in the blog era when Talib was king.
I like it.
Number 7 for me is Black Milk. Black Milk, like you mentioned, the record he got with Royce off album of the year. I think that's with him. Is Guilty. I think Guilty might be on that record too with Royce.
I think so. I'm almost sure he's on that record. I just can't remember. It's a while back.
Yeah, it's a classic record though, classic beat for sure.
Yeah,
Black Milk is also more known for his production than his bars, but gotta give him credit where credit is due. Number 6, I'm surprised you didn't mention this artist, but he is kind of eccentric. Danny Brown.
I wanted to put him there too. Yeah,
Danny Brown, Triple X, when that album first came out, like, oh, all right. I mean, he's super different for sure. And then after a while, he started becoming more like consumable. Like he wasn't as weird after a while. He kind of calmed that shit down a little bit. Like, he was super wild at first, but calmed it down it back.
Don't let me get in my sound. No.
Facts. Like, this is my favorite record for him is actually off the Ab Soul joint, Pineal Glands, Terrorist Threats, off of off of Control System. He killed
a lot of niggas don't know that Danny Brown started out with GM.
Damn, for real?
Yeah, he used to have braids and dressed like, street. He changed that. He changed because he said, I blend in with everybody from just the regular cliche rapper with the cap and the braids. So he cut his hair different and just went.
I'm glad I got the 2 fixed. I'm glad you got the 2 fixed. Because man, and he's like surprisingly older than you think he would be. He's like 45.
He's like 40. He's like 43. 40. When he was on his freshman cover, he was 32.
30.
That's why the Triple X, the album is actually Triple X is 30. It's 10, 10 in Roman numeral.
Number 5 for me, you mentioned him, saying like famously known for battling Eminem, Marv 1, Detroit.
I'm surprised you got Marv on your list. I'm really surprised.
I remember hearing Marv because back in the day, like I think Eminem had it was like a fake part. It wasn't really an Eminem part. It was a bunch of Eminem freestyles that came out on that.
Yeah.
And Marv 1 was on that. That's how I discovered Marv 1 back in the day. He was on one of them freestyles. Number 4, I hate to piss you off, bro. I really hate to do it. Number 4 is Royce the 5'9", bro. I know, bro. I know, bro. I know you.
Wow.
I love Royce.
No judgment Royce, this time.
I'm gonna give you some more background for me. Like I discovered Royce damn near Of course, I heard Royce the 5'9", like, but
right.
I listened to Royce music when Starter House became a thing. And when Joe first brought them together, that's when I became
that's when you really got plugged into Royce.
I knew Budden, I knew Joy Ortiz. I didn't know Royce, I didn't know Crooked at that time. Like, I knew Joy, I knew Joe Budden. And I got into Royce after that. And then I heard Street Hop, the album. I think it was Success. It was an album after that was super hard. And then of course Layers and what's the shit with Pablo Boat, Book of Ryan. Like he puts albums together like nobody's business on this list. But Royce to me is also someone I just don't ever be sitting down listening to. Like not because he whack at all, but I just don't be ever in the just zone of Royce for real. Number 3 though. Number 3, this dude is fairly new. Like you mentioned him on your list, and he's dropped the album recently. The Bo Jackson Project with Alchemist. Bodie James number 3 for me, man. Bodie James has been on it. I got it. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry, bro. Of course, the thing here we talking about is pen, right? And pen, it's hard to dispute Royce's pen, but at the same time, it's hard to praise the pen when the performance don't always equal out for me personally. Like the way Bodie spits, the flow, the pockets Bodie be in, and what he be saying, like what he say. He said, I asked God. He said, if I asked God if it's my last chat, it's my last opportunity. How is it sin? Like that kind of shit. Like shit like that. Like bro,
you ever heard them bar exams?
Bar exam 1 through 4, like nasty.
Yeah.
1 through 4. Or is it 5 now? It might be 5.
It's 4.
Now.
It's 4. I wouldn't mind a 5, honestly. I feel like Royce has put out these projects that the last few years that they're connected to something personal for him, and because he never made personal records. But I feel like after this Lupe shit, I don't want to hear Royce. I want to hear rap Royce.
For me, and I'm hopefully I don't disrespect him in your eyes for saying this, but for me, I always put Royce kind of in the same category I put Killer Mike in, right?
I can see that. No, that's very respectable.
These niggas is nice, but and they put great rap music is a great album. Street Hop is a strong ass album to me. Layers, of course, is a phenomenal ass album, but I never rush to go back to him for real. Like I'll listen to it and then
I can understand that. You got to be in the mood for those type of projects.
100%. Number 2, Marshall, Eminem. I feel like Eminem from Infinite to Eminem Show, bar for bar could not be touched.
You can't debate those.
Like I don't
think Eminem could kick somebody ass in a versus just with them first 4 projects.
Yeah, that like those especially the official 3. Like Infinite, niggas don't know about Infinite for real, but them first 3
they don't.
Like them first like them 3, them Shady LP, Marshall Mathers
and Eminem Show, them 3. If niggas go into a versus like they be trying to say that Eminem, whatever they want to say about the second half of his career, the same way Jeezy kicked Gucci ass with 1 album, Eminem got that.
Like for me, I don't think anyone on the lyrical side has a first 3 like that outside of him, X, Kendrick. Like, of course, I'm okay for Kanye, but Kanye is on the lyrical side. Like, on the lyrical side.
We're going to talk about Kanye before we get off here, too, because I don't understand you niggas. Y'all niggas is cultists, bro.
We definitely got to talk about that.
Fans, y'all niggas is a cult, bro.
But, and my number one, I mean, also been produced by Kanye. Elzai, man. Elzai.
I respect that list.
Elzai, this nigga so ill. He remade Illmatic, and it was ill.
Yeah, I respect that list. We both had the same number 1, so
for sure. I was surprised you had Elzai 1.
We had the same top 4 kind of.
Yeah, for sure, 100%. Yeah, top 4.
And there's a bunch of people that I didn't get to mention. I didn't get to mention Danny. I wanted to mention we got a hood legend, Big Hurt, who started Rock Bottom. But I think he was signed to Aftermath for a hot minute. But you know how Aftermath artists be.
Sure.
But I feel like Big Hurt. It's a couple people pins that I didn't get to mention that I know it's still gonna kill me for.
It's all good, but we got a second list to get to as well. I'm saying, showing love to our own cities, to each other's respective city. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do Chicago. You're gonna do Detroit. Your favorites, I'm saying, from Detroit. I mean, your favorites from Chicago. I'm gonna do my favorites from Chicago as well. And this is a tough one for me, man. This is super tough. Being from Chicago, it's like there's certain names you want to name. And for me, like there's people I know who I want to name as well. It's like damn, this is a super tough one, bro. Super tough. You gonna go first again?
It's your hometown, man. You go first.
For sure. All right, for sure. I respect that. I respect the hell out of that. Let's see here. Pull this shit up. So for my number 10, man, if you remember the blog era, you probably remember the name Ad2. If you don't remember Ad2, check Ad2 out. Bro got super dope projects. He's done work with the likes of Common, the likes of many, man. Ad2 is super dope with the pen, man. Super, and he'll teach you he'll teach through his bars. He talks about life in depth, and like he's not conscious, but he's definitely a consciously aware rapper. I hate using the term conscious rapper, but he's
I'm gonna check him out. I saw his name when I was going through artists, but I never heard of him.
Yeah, Ad2 is super nice. He's been on the podcast as well. Shout out to bro for that. Super love. And the bro Def C. Def C would have made the list, bro. That's my guy. He been killing
I like
Def C.
Def C is nice. I actually discovered him from this project, but from this podcast, but I like him.
Like Def C, like especially what he did last year and this year, I want to put on the list. You know what? Matter of fact, Def C number 9. Def C number 9, bro. Like it was No Name. No Name was my number 9 over Def C, but No Name, I think I'm still thinking about it. No Name just really only has that one project, and as ill as No Name is, the second project, Room 25, was strong, but it wasn't the same. I'm saying as that first joint was crazy.
I just can't see which. I know Twitter ain't gonna kill me for this because she a woman, I'm a man. I ain't supposed to say nothing, but I don't see what you niggas seeing. No Name. I like her subject matter, but that's it.
The telephone.
Her flow is dope too. I think it's the voice that just. I think I don't know.
It's the whispery voice, but No Name.
It's the whispery voice. And I'm not gonna say her flow is repetitive because every rapper's flow is repetitive. Every rapper got the same flow most of the time. But
which album did you hear? You heard Telephone?
Yes.
It's like a pink cover. Telephone, that shit's super hard for me. Like, Telephone was like, that's like, to me, that's a classic level album to me. That's one of them joints. I'm
gonna have to give it another listen, man. I just feel like she just sounds like a fly buzzing around. It's like this flow in the voice is like, I really like what you're saying, but it's hard for me to get into it with that flow. I can't. It just hurts my head.
Oh shit, man! Shout out to No Name. You know what I'm saying?
No disrespect though, man. I don't want no smoke. Because No Name will flame your ass up on Twitter.
Got Talib out of here. Talib done.
They gotta get off my man Talib.
Talib be saying Talib don't even be caring. He should be saying what he want to say. But no filter on Talib.
I like Talib a lot. Man.
Still got a podcast with Dave.
One of the best live shows I ever seen too. By the way, Talib.
Yeah, Talib don't, man. Talib.
He has a great. I didn't expect it to be that good. He has a great.
Talib is why I'm a Soulquarian. He was the first Soulquarian I discovered. Like he's the first one discovered.
That makes sense.
As a shorty here and Get By, this is raw. Not just go down a rabbit hole of Soulquarian.
Every remix is hard too.
Yeah, every remix. Yeah, Hov killed that.
Oh, crazy on that.
You know, number 8 for me. I can't put Kanye West. Kanye West, of course, isn't a pen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I had to put down the pen that gave us Jesus Walks. You know what I'm saying?
Rhyme Fest. I like that.
Rhyme Fest is my number 8. You know what I'm saying? Rhyme Fest. I bought Blue Collar. And there's a track on Blue Collar that you need to hear. If you ever heard Blue Collar album, everyone should go listen to it. It's a track called Chicago Realers. It's him featuring Bump J and Mickey Halstead, and it's fire. I used to play that shit at all volumes at the time. It's back in 07. Classic record. It's back when he had that record with Kanye, brand new. Remember that shit like that? Like, yeah, Rhyme Fest was that nigga back in the day, man. And Rhyme
he made me like that song because I hated that beat.
And it's crazy that I was like that beat reminded me like fast forward years when Big Sean first came out. I was like, did you just give him the same beat you gave Rhyme Fest? Remember Big Sean's first hit he had on the final?
Is that Marvin Gaye and Chardonnay?
Not that. Before the album, it was a record he had. It was damn near called Brand New too. It was.
I know what you're talking about. I just can't think of it. I know what you're talking about.
It was just like that. And number 7, also a person who's been on the podcast, man. Chicago homie, Bachelor Sky Zoo, and gets in this bag with Rashid Hadid, man. Fillmore Green. If you ever heard his project from this year, it's called Knowledge and Power. Bro be spitting. Like he's one of them. He an older cat, you know what I'm saying, but
I've heard of him. I ain't never heard none of the music though.
He packs a punch. I think True North Views, the homies up there, and Ill-Advised Wild Guys showed him love this year, man. But yeah, Fillmore Green also was on the podcast.
Shout out to Ill-Advised.
Shout out to Ill-Advised for sure, man. Now is what I'm saying. Now is when I might get some Vic question marks, but it's cool though. I'm saying it's cool. Got ride with the game, man. Number 6, I'm saying my dog. I'm saying MF and Mello. I'm saying the pen is crazy, bro.
I already expect your whole top 5 to be Pivot Game.
It ain't gonna be the whole top 5. I just think I can't do that. I can't do that. I was gonna put like three members. I couldn't do it. I couldn't have 3 Pivot Gang members in the top. I couldn't do it. I was like, I look crazy. But MF and Mello definitely on there, man. Bro got 3 solid projects. He's shown off the evolution and the continued improvement on his pen. Yeah, he a spitter, man. He a spitter. Number 5.
I like Mello. Mello to me sounds like Kendrick Lamar and Joey Badass had a baby.
I can't wait till he hears that remark. He might actually physically hate that remark. I don't know, man. he might actually physically hate that.
That's a compliment, though.
I know, but see, the thing about him is he one of them niggas that be spitting, but listen to just straight up hood nigga music. So, he listens to all that kill shit. You know what I'm saying? It's amazing. But number 5, a legend. I mean, probably the first star from Chicago, probably the first big rapper from Chicago, Twista. I'm saying first known as Tongue Twister, gave us records. I'm saying Kamikaze, gave us was it shit? I'm losing
Adrenaline Rush.
Adrenaline Rush. There we go. Adrenaline Rush. The Day After. Like so many great projects from Twista, and Twista's that nigga, man. Twista forever. Number 4, of course. You know what I'm saying? Keep it Pivot Game, man. Saba. You know what I'm saying?
Saba, I already knew that.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm surprised he's not top 3.
No, I can't do that, man. I can't OD with it. I can't go OD. But Sab definitely on that, man. The bro pen nasty. His pen's up there.
Yeah, he is. And I didn't want to like him. I'm not gonna lie. I did not want to like him. When what's the album? What's the album? Is this what's his last one title?
Care for Me?
Yes. When I first heard that album, because my homegirl Robin put me on that Awkward Minaj podcast. Shout out to Robin. But she put me on it, and like I just did not want to like it. The first few songs, I'm like, dog, I'm tired of these niggas singing and crying all the damn time, bro. But by the time I was halfway through that project, I was like, oh no, this nigga ain't just singing and crying. He nasty.
Yeah, he's been on that whole project. Yeah. He's been on that whole project. Number 3, Mick Jenkins, man. Mick Jenkins, to me, of this era, I'm saying, is one of them niggas, man.
I don't understand. Mick Jenkins can rap, but I think y'all like Mick Jenkins so much that it makes me hate. Like
that's how I feel about Griselda. Like I
can see that. I be
trying to just blind myself to the Griselda praise. I can't look at Twitter before Griselda listen to Griselda music. If Griselda drops, I can't go to Twitter first. I can't do it. It's like, bro, it can't be a classic that fast. Bro. It can't be.
Oh man!
Like,
I just feel like Mick Jenkins. I feel like he's like the cliche rapper of rappers his age. I feel like him, Nick Grant, all of those guys in that little.
No, put me in the same box as Nick Grant.
I feel like with Cousin Steers, Partisan, I feel like all them niggas is the same person.
You named the most generic niggas available, bro.
Not to say he can't rap, because he can rap his ass off. I just feel like musically all them niggas is the same person.
Nick Grant might be the most generic rapper in hip hop. And nigga just be. He was nice.
No, he's better
too.
than him, but I just feel he's better than him. But I just feel like.
Have you heard Pieces of a Man, the album?
Yes, I don't like it the way y'all do.
The Waters,
huh?
The Waters album.
That's the one with the 7 tracks on there, right?
No, that's you talking about the that's a different one. That's the EP. The Waters got like 14.
The one that came out, what was that? I want to say last year or the year before. The one that you and Eric go crazy about.
That's the Circus. That's the Circus.
Yes, y'all feel like there's no skips on there. I feel like 4 out of the 7 is skips.
What?
I only like 3 songs on it.
What? I don't know. I don't want to say you like Royce and not Mick. I think Mick and Royce is damn near, I'm saying, in the same boat.
When I think of Mick, I feel like Mick kind of in that Big Crit, that realm.
I can see that.
You remind me a lot of Crit.
That's a pretty solid comparison. I can't even argue that.
And I think that's what it is for me. I feel like we got Crit already, nigga. But I'm not saying he's pretty good at what he do.
Do we got Crit already? I ain't had Crit in a minute, bro. Yeah.
Hey, good question.
I be seeing Currency. I be seeing all these niggas from the blog. I be seeing Mickey Fax now. Like Mickey Fax done made a resurgence. Like what
Mickey Fax outside.
He
outside. And I love it.
Number 2, I'm saying the legend. I'm saying like he's probably the most hated rap. Like him, he's the black Eminem. Like everything he's done since his prime has been questionable as fuck, as far as musically. But you know, Common, bro. Common is damn near it's just.
You think he's a black Eminem?
In the sense that
you think you would hate him that much?
I think it's cool to hate Common now. I think it's like
really? I didn't know that.
Who likes Common? No one wants to admit they like Common these days. Because Common just everywhere. Like Common's like him and John Legend just go to every award show. like at a certain point, like it's like damn, Common. Like yo,
I get what you're saying. He is everywhere.
Not like I guess Eminem is a bad comparison. Eminem is not. He ain't hated the way Eminem is hated. Eminem just Eminem.
Right. But I didn't even want to see him with the kufi on in the Shy, bro. That. How do y'all feel? I'll ask you after we do this.
See, yeah, we'll get to, I just started watching the Shy. I just started season 4, so I just got into the Shy. So yeah, we can talk about that for sure. That's a crazy ass show. And number 1, ain't no surprise. If you know me, you know what's going on, man.
Lupe.
You know what I'm saying? MADISON, bro. Shout out to Lupe Fiasco, fresh off Madison. Do it for the West Side. Lupe is number 1, bro. Number 1. Ain't even a question.
That's a solid list.
Yeah, man.
I think you're going to hate my list, bro.
I don't think so. I don't think I hate it.
And I'm usually not a list guy, but I felt like this would be fun.
Yeah, this is 100%. So, let the record show this is 100% Vic idea. I ain't bring the list back. You know what I'm saying? This is Vic's idea. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I always wanted to be a part of a Good in the Hood list, man.
I'm with it.
Mine's is like, I wouldn't say that mine's is pin-based as far as this one. I just wanted to do my 10 Chicago rappers that I felt like,
okay,
these my 10. And this was hard because it was people that I left out that I really wanted on here.
Like now I feel like an asshole for leaving out Kanye West, bro. I feel like an asshole for leaving out Kanye West now.
Well, see, yours is more pin because you from the city, so I want to. I know how y'all feel about y'all big rappers. I really wanted to know how you felt about y'all because I don't know. I was thinking about it, and I'm like, damn. I mean, I know it's a couple rappers in Chicago, but who are the pins in Chicago? I didn't really know.
Oh yeah, that's fair.
So now I got I got some homework to do.
But beyond the drill.
Yeah, like it's people that I didn't get to put on my list. Like I wanted to put Dreezy on my list. I couldn't do that. I wanted to put
Dreezy is nice. Dreezy is nice.
Yes, I wanted to put Dreezy on my list. I wanted to put
I didn't even think about Dreezy. That's fucked up. I fuck with Dreezy heavy.
I wanted to put Psychodrama on my list. I wanted to put Do or Die on my list. It was certain people I wanted to put on my list, but I'm like, I wanted to put Shauna on my list. Her run might have been small. Her run might have been small, but when Shauna got classic moments in hip hop, and that first album, a smoker all the way through.
Yeah, man. Shauna, yeah. I got some honorable mentions too. I'm gonna get to it. You finish. I got some honorable mentions too. I'm gonna get to when you finish your list. I got some shout outs that I left off that deserve to get praised for sure.
Now, my number 10, I started out. This gentleman, I didn't really want to put him at number 10, but the way this list was shaped, when I started the list, he was at like 6. And then once I finished it, he was at 10. But I feel like his first album don't get enough praise that it deserves, honestly. He kind of dropped the ball when he wanted to switch up, but now he back, and he seemed to be back outside and everything he'd been doing the last like 2 or 3 years or so, or like the last 2 years. He's starting to hit again, but it's Vic Mensa at 10. Okay. Yeah, I love Vic, man. I feel like he don't get. I feel like he don't get his respect because the Triple X shit happened and everybody tried to cast him out, and it doesn't seem like Hov invests as much in Vic as he does as he did other Rock Nation artists. But yeah, I got Vic Mensa at 10. Number 9, to me, I don't know why he hasn't like reached the masses, I guess. But I feel like every time he come out, he don't play no games. And to me, when that whole Chirac, remember how when the whole Chirac freestyle thing was happening, I feel like he had the best Chirac in the industry, and that's Montana 300. I feel like he don't get. I don't feel like he can get the respect he deserves. At 8, I just had to go legendary. I really wanted to put her in the top 5, but I feel like she has it. You know, we ain't seen her outside in 20 years, but she's still the first female artist to ever go platinum solo, and that's the Brett. At 8, I can't leave out the Brett. Like it's the Brett, man.
Yeah. So
7. I'm still with the legends. 7. I got Twisted. You probably go crazy that I got Twisted all the way back there.
I gotta see. But see, you got. It's not just pins. I respect it. It's not just pins. Yeah,
it's the totality of all of it. But I got Twisted at 7. He got a classic album. He actually put out a mixtape that was kind of like mirroring Adrenaline Rush. Like I want to say a summer ago. It's called Summer. It was called Summer '96, something like that. Where he kind of revisited Adrenaline Rush a little bit, and it's not bad at all. 6, Young Dog. I also wanted him in my top 5, but I couldn't get him there. G Herbo, man. That boy, people underestimate his pen.
His flow 25 his album 25 this year is hard.
That PTSD was one of the albums of last year to me. Like, I want to say I put that in my top 10 albums of the year on my wrap up, but I can't remember. Or either that or I gave an honorable mention. But yeah, 6 G Herbo, 5 Common. I don't know. I didn't know niggas hated Common, but to me, it's Common, man. Like
Common, he made my favorite album of all time. He made my favorite album of all time.
Which one?
So, B. I go listen to B.
B is one of my favorites. I feel like Nobody Smiling doesn't get his credit.
Don't.
That introduced me to Vince Staples. Like
Angie Herbo. And he put a lot of niggas
fucking find him forever. Like, what are we talking about, man?
Yeah, man.
I don't understand. This man, come on, bro. The nigga made the Be a Father to Your Child album. Be a father to your child.
Yeah.
Like, he was talking about real man shit back when niggas didn't want to do that.
I mean,
like
if you go back to the 90s, nigga beef with Ice Cube, like,
and he won.
Ain't back down.
Who I think arguably is one of the best pins to ever grace hip hop. And he didn't go against Ice Cube. He went against Ice Cube when he had
the West Coast
WC standing behind him.
Real.
He went against a dangerous Ice Cube. But,
dangerous.
Yeah. So
at the nerve to say the bitch in you to him.
Yes, and I hate that beat, but I still love the song.
Yeah, man.
4, Lil Durk, man. Durky-O, bro.
Durky-O.
Durk is. I've always liked Durk. I'm glad he getting his flowers and his recognition now. But I'm sitting around looking at everybody going, y'all, he been doing this. I like this earlier shit better than this new shit, personally. 3, you cannot dismiss the cultural impact that every young dude has now because of this rapper, dog. I feel like 50 Cent started something as far as, you know, of course we can go back to NWA with guns and videos.
Number 3?
I feel like 50 Cent started something.
Are we on 3 or 1?
This young dude carried around, and everybody's trying to take his blueprint right now. And I gotta go with King Sosa, Chief Keef at number 3, bro. Like, I feel like he pioneered everything that these young dudes is doing right now. And what's the first album, Almost Famous? That album doesn't get enough praise in my book. I feel like that shit is definitely no skips. I love that album. When I want to be ignorant, and I feel like I want to be ignorant for the day, I can't listen to it all the time because I'm not young enough to have that type of energy all the time. But when I'm in one of them moods, that first intro with Young Chop coming in, I just want to shoot everything. And this is why music can influence kids and all of that. I see how people taking the steps they take it. Because if you a young dude with no home training and you got that on, I don't want to be nowhere near you. like at all. At all.
Thanks. But yeah, man. Finito, all that shit.
Chief it. And of course, number 2.
New Jersey.
Of course, number 2. I feel like this man's first 3 albums are classics off the bat, even though I don't feel like they revere that third one the way they should. But Wasalu, man. Gotta have Lupe in there, man. Lupe at number 2, dog.
Oh, is this third album Lasers?
Yes. I don't feel like people respect Lasers.
It's a classic?
I won't say classic, but I feel like it's close.
Okay.
I feel like it's close. Like if somebody said Lasers was classic to them, I wouldn't be mad at it. Okay. I don't think it's a classic by the eyes of the masses and the culture, but for me, like, in the order, like, I feel like Food and Liquor and The Cool are obviously both better, but I personally like Lasers more.
Okay.
And of course, number 1, the nigga, you know, y'all God, bro, Kanye. I can't not put him at number 1 when he may have one of the best catalogs of hip hop history, even though I feel like everything after My Dark Twisted Fantasy is meh.
That's the 7th album, though.
I don't count Throne as a solo album, so I'm not talking about the Throne. But I feel like, and I love Yeezus. I do love Yeezus, but I feel like everything Yeezus and up, I can live without it. I can live without it. I only visit Pablo for real friends. Honestly, I feel like Kanye.
Ultra Light Beam.
Oh yeah, of course, Ultra Light Beam. You know, of course, but. Ultra Light Beam is what the hell them gospel albums should sound like. Because that shit is trash. I don't care what nobody say. Jesus is King is trash. Nobody will convince me either or. It's a bunch of trash ass rapping on some really good beats. And I feel like that's what they're gonna give y'all this next time too.
We heard the album already. The album is hard. Donda gonna be hard.
I didn't even listen to that shit, bro. I don't even. I might not. The way he making that way for the album, I may not listen to that shit for 6 more months to see the man everybody wait. I don't understand it. Like, I feel like Kanye. Let me ask you a question real quick before you continue. Like, I understand why you're mad at Kanye's pushed his album back so far, but like, I'm not even mad about it. I don't care to hear it. I don't give a fuck if it come out or not.
For sure. But my question is, like, what? Like, not maybe you don't. Maybe you're not mad, but there are people who are mad about it. Like,
I'm on Twitter every day laughing at the niggas waiting on it.
But for sure, but I'm not waiting on it. When it drop it for me. I'm not really on the phone waiting for it. The first week I was when you dropped the listening party. I'm like, I bet in the morning I'm gonna have this album. It didn't come up.
Keep setting you niggas up. He did the same.
I'm like, all right, Kanye for the Kanye. I'm never gonna hear this album never coming out. Cool, whatever. But for me, at least we hearing music. Like Drake be dropping, but Drake be having these announcements. Like his shit supposed to drop out in January, my nigga. It's September.
Drake, but Drake coming off COVID though.
So is Kanye.
Drake also put a project out last year.
So did Kanye.
No, he didn't.
When did Jesus King come out?
Jesus King is the year before last.
That's 2019.
It's the end of that year. It's the end of that year. So I guess it goes into last year.
Last year didn't count. Last year never existed to my
bro. I heard. I will say I heard the joint with him and the Lox and Jay Electronica, and why that song's 11 minutes. I'm not mad because he let everybody get their shit off, and I wasn't mad that even though the song was God, he let the niggas say nigga. He let them say what they wanted to say. Yeah. So I was cool with that. That didn't sound bad, but why did you need 60 Kanye bars before you got the Locks and Jay Electronica on? Why do we need that?
Album. It's Kanye album.
But we didn't need 60 bars when you got 5 niggas on the song. We didn't need it. But I'm just saying he was talking. That was the best Kanye I've heard in a while. But I feel like
push it back in the fold.
First and foremost, he gave you niggas the same concert twice. And so he
didn't.
Only thing he did was do push-ups in the next one. But
and he floated in the sky like an angel.
Okay, he gave y'all the same concert with a couple different moves. It was the same thing and still released no album. And I feel like Kanye, I have a bone to pick with Kanye. I feel like Kanye West is an innovator. Kanye was the nigga that made you look at people and rappers that you didn't even know you should be looking at. And now it seems like since Yeezus and Born Sinner dropped, and Born Sinner beat him that day, but it seemed like since them albums came out, he's been chasing it. I don't know if that's what he's doing, but it feels like
I don't think so.
He chasing what's hot right now and just putting this Kanye shit on it. And Kanye ain't know what's hot right now, nigga. Kanye's the nigga who creates what's hot.
But I don't think none of the music he's putting out or is creating sound like anything. I think he's using the artists that are hot right now.
The whole Pablo album sound like Future and Les.
I'm talking about Donda. I'm talking about like Donda, Yeezus. Like these projects don't sound like nobody else. Like Pablo sounded like
Yeezus don't. But I felt like after Yeezus, he just chased whatever. Yeah, like, I feel like he's not innovating like we know Kanye to innovate.
Pablo to me is, and of course, I feel like these two artists now go hand in hand, like them the way Hove and Kanye should go hand in hand. But it's Drake and Kanye. I feel like Pablo is like Drake's More Life. It's that kind of.
So you watched the Donda thing all the way through?
The first one, not the second. I watched the second half of the second.
What did you feel about the music you heard?
I thought the music was amazing.
See, and this is the problem, right? Because everybody gets caught into because Kanye is genius level musician. Mm-hmm. He's and this is what I feel like. Everybody's neglecting the fact that
I feel like we haven't seen that. I feel like that's the problem I've been having with Kanye recently. Like with Ye, with even what he do with Nasir. I feel like I've been missing that focused Kanye. I feel like he's focused on music right now, and that's why I'm excited. He seems focused. I didn't listen to Ye. That album, Kids See Ghosts, those albums, I didn't really give a fuck about. I listened to maybe one time and said, cool, kept the 2 songs here there, and kept it moving. But
this nigga got like, Jeremiah on there sounding like Alvin and the Chipmunks. Like, this shit still. My qualm with Kanye is this. He's a great musician, and he's going to give you, and what he's been doing, in my opinion, lately, is Kanye was great for telling stories, and it doesn't seem like he's telling a story at all. He's giving us very great music with mediocre raps over. And for me, an album ain't just, oh, did you hear how it sound? Okay, what was the point of it if you don't say shit? Or if you don't say anything that's like, you can tell a story, but if it ain't dope, it ain't dope. Like, he needs better writers or something. He needs better writers, but I didn't hear Donda yet, so I'm not going to completely bash this before I hear it. But
so you didn't hear what the Jay-Z part, the Jay-Z album,
I heard that Hov could, and you know I'm a Hov venture. Hov could have kept it.
See, I feel like you might. I feel like Kanye had pissed you off to a point of no return because of his antics.
And do you know how long I fought for Kanye? I was still fighting for Kanye when the nigga first put the MAGA hat on. I was still trying to defend him. Like, and then it's just like, all right, dog, I'm over it at this point. I mean, I just say I'm not going to listen to the album because I'm sure I am at some point, but
listen, bro,
I don't think it's going to be anything outside of really great music.
I don't think we've seen Kanye. I don't think we've seen Kanye this focused on music, on the way the music looks, sounds, everything around the music.
Nigga, you just went through. Nigga, you going through a divorce. You better not do a whole album and just talk about God.
That's cool, but I'm telling you, I've never seen Kanye this focused on music since Twisted Fantasy. Think about it. Think about Kanye. Think about Kanye's last few projects, even Pablo.
But is he focused or is he just giving aesthetics?
I mean, judging by the fact, like I think it was one of those performances. He stopped the music, called Mike Dean, and cursed him out for the mixing, like in the middle of the performance.
This nigga's crazy, bro. He's
This nigga is crazy, dog. This nigga is living. He is living.
Might be a sociopath, bro.
He is living in Mercedes-Benz Stadium.
I don't believe that either.
In the midst of the Atlanta Falcons preseason, bro. It's the preseason. This nigga living.
That nigga's not sleeping in that little bitty ass minuscule room, bro. He's not doing that. He wants you niggas to believe. I actually believe this shit he's doing, bro. I'm not buying that, bro.
Him and Drake are having the biggest piss contest in the world right now.
And he better hurry up and get out Drake way, because when the boy dropped, then nobody talk about all that.
You don't believe this. You don't believe this too. You don't believe that. You don't believe that Drake is a bigger artist.
When Drake dropped, ain't nobody finna care about all that God auto.
What are you talking about?
Ain't nobody finna care about all that God auto.
They ain't got to care, bro. You know why? Because what's crazy is because Drake do the same shit Kanye be doing with these new Drake gets,
but he makes it look better.
Drake gonna get Lil Baby, he gonna get Lil Durk, he gonna get Roddy Ricch, he gonna get Travis, he gonna get all these same niggas Kanye getting, and just to make a bunch of music that sounds like the radio right now. Kanye gets these artists, be better. But look, Kanye gets these artists and puts these artists on Kanye records. Drake takes these rappers and puts them on records they do sound good on. Like Laugh Now, Cry Later is a great record. But you know why it's a great record? Because it's a Dirk record. It's typical. It's a typical record that you would think Drake and Dirk would sound good on.
So because Kanye eccentric because Dirk is on his Kanye album sounding and eccentric, that mean the music better?
No, because Dirk is on his Kanye album. He sound different. He sound like he's rapping on this Kanye album, and I'm here for that. He inspiring niggas to put their pen up. I want to hear Lil Baby rap. I want to hear Lil Durk rap. I'm not trying to hear hits all day. I can hear hits.
I don't think Certified Lover Boy is going to be that. I think it's the rules. I think Drake is pulling the rules on you niggas. I think Certified Lover Boy has a title, so everybody expecting cliche club hitting girl songs, and I think Drake coming to rap. I think I wouldn't be surprised if Certified Lover Boy is Drake's blueprint.
You're trying to trigger me, Vic. You're trying to trigger me. You're trying to get me.
I wouldn't be I'm just saying. Don't be, if it happens that way, don't say I didn't tell you.
What's your favorite Drake album? Or project?
Nothing was the same.
See, because mine, of course, is not of course, because it's probably not of course, is If You're Reading This, It's Too Late, right? And it's
or if I'm really being Nothing Was the Same, or The Real So Far Gone with all the songs on it.
The real one. That's definitely important to differentiate.
Yeah,
it's important because that shit definitely ain't the same.
I do wish that they would have added Fear to The Real So Far Gone when they put it on streaming though.
Hey man, Fear. That's one of those.
Fear, one of them ones.
That's one of them ones.
That's one of them ones.
I never cried when Pac died. But I probably will when Hov does.
Probably will when Hov does. Yeah,
man. Every time. Every time.
Yeah, that's one of them ones.
Yeah, man. But I feel like it's fun to watch this because like it's like going back to even the verses to Nas album, like that reminds me of the 90s. What Kanye and Drake is doing right now reminds me of that blog era when niggas was having these rollouts, competing with each other. Like even with Drake taking an old girl to the Dodger Stadium and doing that, like
that was fire. I think rap is getting back to it. I think rap is getting into a hip hop is getting into a good space, and it's starting to be like, to me, it's starting to feel like it felt in the 80s where everybody had a lane and all the lanes were prevalent. Because for a while we were getting oversaturated with all that auto-tune, quote unquote mumble rap shit, which I don't think is a thing, but it was just that. Now the lanes, like when I was coming up, Public Enemy had their lane. You had Kwame dancing. You had Kid and Play dancing. You had Rakim and KRS-One and them rapping. You had LL doing love commercial shit. You had Run DMC doing the commercial rock songs. I feel like hip hop is going back into that realm where everybody got a lane All the lanes are important.
Because like even in the 2000s, I feel like that's when shit really started getting like divided. Like it'd be one moment. It's all right.
It was Jay-Z. That old head versus young head bullshit that was fucking up the industry for the last 10 years.
Yeah,
I think we started to understand that we both need each other.
It'll be either you listen to Jay-Z, either you listen to 50 Cent, or you listen to Lil Jon. Like it was never no, like it was all like it was 1 year is Lil Jon, the next year is somebody else. Like, it can't be everybody eat at the same time. And it felt like back in that era. Like it was always snap music versus real rap versus gangster music versus southern rap.
I liked all that shit. I feel like it's been more of that in the last decade than it was that decade. But I feel like 50 Cent came and just divided every damn thing up.
I feel like in that decade, like it was more clash. Like you would never see those worlds merge. In this decade,
right?
I won't be surprised if I get a Freddie Gibbs Lil Baby song.
That was one thing I was mad at Eminem about when Shady Records was popping, was that you didn't see Obi and D12 and Shady Records artists working with other people. And when they phased out, they didn't have nobody to cling on to.
I mean, to be fair, that's why I feel like Eminem hasn't progressed, because Eminem never was a collaborator.
He's not working with the right people.
He don't work outside of his world. Like if Eminem in 2005 or whenever Encore was popping off or he was going through that drought, if he didn't come back with Crack the Bottle and came back with some shit with Kanye or some shit with but he went back on with Relapse. What was it? The first one he came out with? What was the first one he came back with? Was it Relapse?
Relapse, then Recovery.
If he came back with Relapse and wasn't like full blown, just going to do Encore Part 2 basically, and came back with like on some new shit and doing like
Relapse was definitely Encore Part 2.
Crack the Bottle, my nigga. Like, come on, bro. Bro.
Yeah.
We not old photo vote, man. What are you doing right now?
Yeah.
That nigga took and like y'all love Recovery, like, and I get it, but Recovery wasn't for me.
I don't think Detroit niggas love like Detroit niggas don't.
I'm not saying Detroit niggas. I'm about Eminem fans. Tell me Recovery is a classic. I'm like, I don't know.
Recovery is not even though that was a really great live show. That was a really great live show when it came back. I went to Detroit to see that show. Matter of fact, that's when him and Jay-Z was together in Tiger Stadium. And that was a really great show. That was you really just want to see him do the classics. You don't want to see him perform a lot of that new shit.
Was that Blueprint 3?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, man. Yes, I hated that, bro. I hated that.
I didn't know niggas hated Blueprint 3 that much.
That is my least favorite Hove album, and not because of the music. The beats.
I'm not mad at that.
The beats are fire. The features are fire. Like Cole killed that shit. Drake did I
hate that Drake feature. I hate it.
Yeah, was that off that?
Off that. I hate that shit.
The Kanye.
Honestly, I feel like Drake and Hove got a lot of misses. I think the only ones I like is Light Up. I think Light Up and Pound Cake are the only two.
No, that talk was decent.
Which one is that?
Zimmerman died. Streets is done.
I hate that shit. I hate it. It sounds like some Mad Max Beyond the Thunderdome. Hove just like I hate it. Only thing I like about it is the Zimmerman line.
Blueprint 3 it's just that the flow Hove got that whole project. It's like, what are you flowing like this?
That what we talking about is crazy though. I seen that concert in tour too. I ain't never missed the Hove tour ever.
I hate that shit. Like, what you doing, nigga? Why you rapping like that? That shit get my fucking nerves. I hate Empire State of Mind so much, bro. That's like that's whole worst song to me ever. I hate that shit, bro.
And that's his biggest song to date too.
On the real, it's his biggest. I hate that shit, bro. Every time I hear that, it's like, what are you doing, bro? What caused you to do this?
I like that song. When I see that shit live,
to the next one.
When I see that shit live, he had the buildings in the back that was light up the whole arena. I wouldn't be from New York for them 5 minutes.
Yeah. On the what's the other one? On to the next one. That shit, man. I'm like,
on to the next one is crazy. That's one of his hardest beats. Like, see, certain records, I feel like
the beat was hard. The beat was hard.
I feel like Blueprint 3 was made for a stadium because I don't 100% I don't listen to Blueprint 3 regularly, but when I see him performing in some of them Blueprint 3 records on to the next one, it's nuts in the arena. That shit goes crazy.
The only song that I love, I absolutely have it. It stays in rotation from that project. Is So Ambitious.
I hate that damn song.
What? That's the one.
When I hear Pharrell and Jay-Z, I want to hear Allura. I don't or Front. I don't want to hear it So Ambitious. Like I don't. It just seems.
I mean, that's a high ass bar. Nigga.
Well, you know, So Ambitious. I don't hate that record, but it's just not one of my favorites.
You know how of a bar that is? Allure and Frontin'.
Yes, when I hear, but that's Jay-Z and Pharrell. They should be able to do that all the time.
Who you think is Jay-Z's like a collaborator you think Jay-Z should not go back to? I got an answer. It's pretty hot take-ish.
Like as far as producing,
like I think Jay-Z only has one good outing with this one producer, and I think everything else has been pretty bad.
Timbaland?
Yes.
I don't want to hear him with Timbaland either.
All they got is Big Pimpin'.
I don't think he got one big. Dirt Off Your Shoulders and Big Pimpin' is both crazy.
Yeah, but man, I'm cool. Everything after that, though, outside of those, like Magna Carta, keep Magna Carta, bro.
Magna Carta is y'all sleep on Magna Carta, bro. Magna Carta is hard. I think you gotta be in a certain.
Here's a song on the. It's Rick Ross featuring Hov. Huh? Fuck with me, you know I got it. It's Rick Ross featuring Jay-Z.
I don't like that song.
It's a whole Rick Ross song.
I only like it in a certain environment, but Oceans
in the club, only in the club.
Oceans is nuts.
Was the one called Heaven on there too?
Is crazy.
Somewhere
in America. Somewhere in America is crazy. BB is Billionaire Boys Club on there. That's the best Hov and Nas record.
Nas barely rapping.
But it's still hard. The song, it don't gotta be that. It's the song that was a collective, my nigga. That's Pharrell, Jay-Z, Nas, Beyonce. And it's like it's a party vibe. If Billionaire Boys Club at a pool party in the right city and state will ring the fuck up in a certain age group, I think.
I need Hov back on Kanye beats immediately. So
me too. I want to hear Hov, Kanye, Just Blaze. That's what I want to hear.
The way the hell Just Blaze been at, bro? I'm over Just Blaze at. Where Just Blaze been at?
I see him on Clubhouse all the time. I don't know where he been at in the music industry, but I'm over Woke Hov, bro. I'm tired of Woke Hov. I'm over it. I have not liked anything Hov was on. I don't like Sorry Not Sorry. And you know, I am the biggest Hov binger on the planet. I don't like Sorry Not Sorry. I don't like. I really
Sorry Not Sorry got one listen. You don't like what it feels like?
I like that only because I feel like it's Hov and Nipsey, but
the way Hov started off,
what it feels like.
Well, Hov come on, what he say?
Hov went crazy on there, but I'm over here and Woke Hov.
What's free?
No, what's free is different. That's different. That's different. But see, to me, I don't feel like he that woke in. He woke in it, but he like I'm still Hov, nigga. Like I want to hear Hov get like you gave us written testimony already. Okay, I'm over it now.
Yo, Twitter be
written testament.
Yo, Twitter be trying to be Facebook and piss me off all the time, bro. These niggas asking this dumbass question on somebody had this on the timeline and said, "What do y'all want? What do y'all want more? Watch the Throne 2 or written testimony 2?" I damn near deleted my Twitter that day, bro.
I don't want either of them.
I want either of them.
And if you niggas really believe the Throne is getting back together,
that's not happening. Listen.
That's not happening.
Vic, you are talking to a J. Cole fan, bro. And I've given up hope on the Kendrick Cole collab.
That's not happening either.
I expect no collabs ever again. Like niggas try to give me hype for niggas try to give me hype for a Rick Ross, Freddie Gibbs collab. I
don't want to hear that.
I'm not falling for the trap, fam. I'm
over collab albums in general. I feel like when R. Kelly and Jay-Z introduced that idea, and you know it was a new idea and it was like dope, and then we never got I Can't Feel My Face. Then we never got certain ones. It was like it's niggas collabing that I didn't want to hear Dirk and Lil Baby. I'd rather hear the super group over the collab album. Give me a Slaughterhouse type of thing with new niggas.
I wouldn't be mad at the Dirk and Herb album though. I wouldn't be mad at that at all. I can't lie.
No, I wouldn't be either. But
I wouldn't be mad at that.
I'd rather hear like I said, give me a 3-4 man super group over a collab album. Give me Dirk, Herbo, and Sosa together. Give me that. I take that.
Apparently, bro, see, I don't be in the mix with these drill rappers, but apparently,
I don't know if these niggas beefing or not.
Sosa and Dirk apparently don't like each other. I don't know.
I don't know who's beefing who. I try to stay clear away from that shit.
That should be drama.
I'm not academics. I'm not one of the niggas gonna talk about culture to get your mouth out.
Yeah, I can't do it. I can't do it, man. I can't keep track of who killed who this week. I can't keep track of that shit.
That's not hip hop to me. That's street shit, and I ain't saying they shouldn't be blended because hip hop originated in the streets, but I don't feel like street shit should be happening in hip hop to the level of we keep losing rap. I
feel like in my lifetime, the closest I've seen hip hop becomes this street as it gets now in Chicago, especially, is like when 50 and Ja Rule was beefing. That's like the biggest.
Yeah, that was Tupac and Biggie, obviously.
Of course, but like in my lifetime, like when Ja Rule, like niggas really shooting, all these niggas really shooting each other.
Couple niggas died behind that.
On the real, niggas. Or like even hearing Jadakiss talk about Beanie Siegel and them actually going to meet each other, like niggas could have killed each other that day if they was dirty niggas.
I thought when that beef happened, I was like, that was a beef that I got scared about. I said, please, I hope one of these niggas don't die.
Or even your boy Royce out there with the rocket launcher.
Oh, that was if Benzino would have came to Detroit, and I just say he never did, but I'm sure he wasn't just out here being noticeable.
Right.
Benzino be talking, and I actually have a lot more respect for Benzino. I understand his cause now, but at the same time, you don't know enough about Detroit to be talking the way about Detroit that you do. And if he'd have came in that time, my nigga, it wouldn't have been good. And I don't want to see nothing happen. I was in the Benzino back when they was Almighty RSO and he was Radar. I liked him then. I don't like I See Booty and all that shit.
I See Booty?
And I low-key think Coi Leray might be more popular in the culture than he ever was.
Ain't no low-key about it. ain't nothing low-key. Yo, Benzino to me had that one video and was a nigga who owned the source. And this Eminem. That's who he is to me.
And he made me lose respect for the source because it's a couple albums, like when they tried to re-release the 5 mics and give albums that should have gotten the first time 5 mics. I'm like, you keep that shit now, bro. Because that used to mean something.
I used to hang shit on my wall, man. Like the little cartoon they had in the back.
Yes.
All that shit, man. The source was that shit. I really respect you for having you have crates of that shit. The magazine still. I used to have the same shit, but back when we at the studio, we was rapping back in the day. I brought my crates over to the studio. We just hung all we just cut out the covers and the pictures, and the whole basement was just wallpaper of that shit, basically.
When I get a full studio set up, I'm gonna try to utilize some of that shit in some way, and I want to do the evolution of music. And
that's hard.
Only thing I don't have is cassette tapes. I got vinyls, a bunch of CDs, a bunch of magazines. I just gotta look at some cassettes now.
I've been buying vinyls recently. I gotta fuck around, just go ahead and buy me a record player now. Though I've been buying vinyls.
I got one in the closet. I ain't even opening it yet till I get my studio set up.
That's real.
I've had it sitting there for a year.
That's hard. That's hard, man. But shit, man, get y'all out of here, bro. Before we get you out of here, please say where they can follow you. What's coming up next for Uncle Vick Rants, and when will this Bishop and Steel podcast jumping off?
Yeah, I want to get this Bishop and Steel popping before the year is over. Uncle Van Glorious on Instagram and Twitter. I think TikTok too. I'm even getting into that realm. Van and Glorious shouldn't be that hard to spell. Just put it together. It's all one word, no underscores, no nothing. Uncle Vick Rants on YouTube, Spotify. I'm everywhere now, Apple. But the visual is always dope. So, sometimes YouTube might flag me on the music. If you want to sync it over there on the stream and then come back to the video, come back and do that. I am going to keep on with the podcast long form of Uncle Vick Rants, but now I'm doing reaction videos and vlogs and getting into this because I see all these YouTube vloggers got beef and it's interesting as hell. It's like my version of Love of Hip Hop, so I like reporting on that. So, and I got Uncle Vick News coming soon. UVN, Uncle Vick News Network. So
UVN, it's hard.
That's some things we're working on. So just come Find me at Uncle Vainglorious. I like having good hip hop discussions and Uncle Vick rants on YouTube. Uncle Vick rants and everywhere else.
And shout out to you for having, I'm saying, the greatest, I'm saying, on your shirt. Shout out to Andy Warhol. And
you know, I had to do a big for you today, bro. I had to do a big for you today. We talking about the locks and all that. I had to do a big today, bro.
Yeah, Charlamagne hip hop card definitely pulled, man. I can't believe he asked that question. I was really upset. I
don't want to. I'm at that point where I don't want to hear Charlamagne talk.
He said that, did you write More Money, More Problems Biggie verse? I almost threw my computer, bro.
Homie out of touch. I mean, what is he? Free in his late 40s. He got a whole bunch of money. He got a Comedy Central show coming. He just in a new realm of wealth, and he ain't really in touch with that part of the culture no more.
But to say that, to ask if he wrote More Money, More Problems,
Charlamagne about to be Mel Wendy. He about to be Mel Wendy Williams, bro. That's where he headed, and you can see it. But
I mean, everyone's had Nick Cannon's headed that direction. Kevin Hart headed that direction. Everybody wants to be Mel Wendy Williams all of a sudden now.
Yeah, so I don't take his hip hop takes very seriously anymore. I think Charlamagne a troll too. So,
hey man, are you still in tune with the Joe Budden podcast? You still fucking with that?
Yeah, but I'm at this point. I'm actually gonna do a video about that today, about how if Joe don't come back, Slaughterhouse is committing highway robbery. Like, for real. If Joe don't, at this point, I'd rather hear Joe rap than Pod. That's no disrespect to Ice and Ish. They cool, but I'm really on New Roy and Mal more than I'm on Joe Budden these days. But I still listen.
I can't watch Roy and Mal. I don't like this shit at all for real. It's cool.
I actually like it. I feel like all the conversations they were trying to have and Joe would cut off, they're actually having them and they're dope and entertaining. But
yeah, but I feel like they're definitely missing the element, and that element is a big element. They're missing like a large element, I feel like. Like Joe definitely cuts him off too much. Like Joe cuts off Ice and Ish too much.
I'm kind of over Joe being the condescending talk show host, not letting nobody get their shit off. Joe started to become real prima donna, like, I think, as far as but now it's coming off. I feel like as far as his online persona, I feel like that's how it's coming off now. I mean, I'm pretty sure he's probably been that way in real life, but I don't know, Joe.
The main thing I hate that he does now, as far as a public figure, is he'll get on live, and then it'd be like, what do you be like? He'd be like, I'm gonna give you guys information. Like, why are you on live for? Like, what do you do? What are you on live if you want to like give him? Like, it'd be that kind of shit to me. Like, what you talking about?
I'm not subscribed, but I wouldn't be surprised if the Patreon is way better than the actual show at this point.
Oh, the Patreon. Oh, the show is. If you watch the show only, I understand why you don't watch it as much. The show is weak.
Yeah, I'm not invested in Patreon without Roy and Mo. I'm just not doing it. I don't want to hear
the show is weak, but the Patreon be cracking. Patreon be having like Bridget Nelson.
I heard they had Ghostface on.
Ghostface was on for a second. He brought in Grant Williams, who's Ghostface. Like, homie is a shorty who did 25 years for a murder he didn't do. Just got out of jail. They interviewed him, and apparently when they was interviewing him, his homie was there with him. His homie Shy. And his homie he was calling Ghost, but for some reason they didn't put two and two together. They didn't realize it was Ghostface. Ghostface he had a mask on. He didn't really say shit. So at the end of the interview, he brought him up and Ghostface started telling, hey, this is Ghostface, nigga. Park started fanning out. Niggas know Parks. I'm saying it's like that's his number one rapper and shit. That shit was
Parks hard. Is the reason why I still love the show.
Definitely the reason. Parks is definitely the glue. But that's why I wish, like, I know it's none of our business for real as fans, but I really want to. I want Parks to explain what the fuck happened. I feel like he's the only one that can really do it that I would want to listen to. Like, Parks needs to really speak on what happened.
Yeah. Like, I might tap into the Patreon because the show ain't entertaining. Like, when I'm listening to the show, I'm not going to lie. Unless they're speaking on something I'm actually interested in, I zone out most of the time.
The show has not been good. Even like on Patreon, when Wednesdays and Saturdays come, like those episodes, I don't even watch some episodes that often. Like Joby don't care about the music. He don't care about that shit half the time. Like, why y'all even talking about shit y'all don't care about? I be forgetting, oh, this is the podcast. Like, right. This is shit that people be here for. Like, I don't be, like, that should be kind of weak. Like, this shit is garbage. Why you even record this? But then they'll show, I guess they be sitting there for like hours just recording content. It'd be like the same fits on the shit. And it'd be like 2 hours of content. It'd be like 4 podcasts a week. That is not the podcast.
Ice and Ish is cool, but I ain't gonna lie. I can really do without Ice.
Ice is horrible, bro. Like if it was in my dream world, it would be Joe, Ish, and Maul, bro. That would be the perfect combo. That'd be a great
Joe,
combination.
Ish, and Maul would be fire.
That'd be fire, bro. Because I used to be saying, I hate anybody who's over 40 or over 30 who is that engulfed into new
and young nigga shit.
What is, I hate that, Joe.
You got a full gray beard, nigga, and you want to be ESTG and Big Walk Dog so bad. I don't get it.
And then talk about how you want to be at home. Like, how you want to be at home and be suburban, but listen to this music only. That's weird as hell.
I'd rather it be Joe, Ish, and Arsenal. Like
I wonder why Joe don't be around Surf no more, man. Surf.
I just said this last, and shout out to Surf because he responded to me on Twitter last night. He a real nigga for that. But I always wonder what happened with that, and I would love to see, because I don't think Joe would make the best music executive, but I would love to see Surf over there with Griselda or like in one of those type of camps that will cater to what he does. 100%. But yeah, I definitely, I might try to tap into the Patreon and see what's going on there and just give it a try because I'm not feeling the show.
Surf got to leave the streets alone. He got to leave the streets alone, man.
Yeah, he do. I think he finally get it. He actually battling John on Summer Madness this year. I'm looking forward to that. He came back out of retirement for John, and he got a project coming out, I think, next Friday.
Okay. Yeah, I saw him. I saw the trap list, I think, of that. Yeah. But word, man. Appreciate you as always, bro, man. Love.
No, it's always a pleasure, bro. You gotta figure it out. I got a logo idea for Bishop and Steele. I'm gonna tell you. We're gonna talk off cam, but
for sure, absolutely, man.
Let's get it popping, bro.
As always, follow the pod at Good in the Hood Pod on Twitter. I'm on Instagram at Good in All Hoods on Twitter. Website for the merch, goodinallhoods.com. I am Juice in All Hoods on Twitter and Juice in the Hood on Instagram, man. Peace and love as always. Shout out to the bro, Uncle Vick. Until next time, man, stay good in the hood.
All right.